It was a session laden with legal fireworks, one that saw prosecutor Luis Moreno Ocampo, who has been skipping sessions, make himself available in person to question Uhuru Kenyatta, the only suspect who has elected to take the witness stand.
Did you tighten relations between Mungiki?
I have always publicly condemned and stated that I have no association whatsoever with Mungiki.
Yes, but Mr. Peter Kawanja say that you normally do that. You publicly distance yourself from the Mungiki, but covertly request their support.
The person who is best placed to answer that question is Professor Kawanja.
Yeah, Peter Kawanja is today working for you, so it's more complicated.
The prosecution had been informed that Kenyatta's relationship with the Mungiki budded way back in the 90s. It was therefore quite a surprise to the prosecution that in the year 2000, furious Mungiki youth burnt Uhuru's effigy. But in his defense, Uhuru's lawyer said the same piece goes to show the acrimonious relationship between the Mungiki and Kenyatta.
What was going on that day?
A crackdown again on this particular sect, and they blame that crackdown on the government, and me being a member of the ruling party at the time, they associated myself with the problems that they were experiencing.
Do you think that the Mungiki, for some reason, because they one day decided to support you and then you rejected, or for other reasons, consider you a traitor?
I have no link, no association with Mungiki. I have no idea why they would give false witness against myself.
The prosecution was also keen to demonstrate, as alleged by a statement from its witnesses, that 2 Mungiki meetings did take place at the State House, Nairobi.
But has someone with the authority like Mr. Musaura, for instance, can authorize a person to go in the State House?
The person who has the authority is either the President himself or the State House Controller, and that is based on my own experience as a cabinet minister and somebody who has also grown up in that building at one stage.
And you think the President Kibaki called the guards to inform who can go and who cannot?
Your Honor, no. It is the State House Controller who informs the head of security who is coming and with whom and at what time.
It was at the alleged State House meeting that Kenyatta apparently dished out some 3 million shillings to each of the Mungiki leaders and MPs who were coordinating Mungiki operations, a sum that would amount to no less than 100 million shillings.
Do you have enough money to distribute this amount?
I wish I did have that amount of money. I would be a very happy person, Madam President.
So you say you can know this money?
To distribute around in cash? No, Madam President, I don't have.
Can you describe to the court the amount of your patrimony?
This goes a little bit too far, Mr. Prosecutor.
But, Madam President, we understand the person is very wealthy, and he just said he has not enough money to provide 100 millions.
Knowing that Kenyatta was at the time a powerful PNU member close to the center of power, Ocampo wanted to know whether he knew the genesis of the mess that spiraled out of control and became the post-election violence.
In your answer to your defense, you say you were not aware of a plot to rig elections. Can you be more specific? Do you know now if there was a plot to rig the elections?
I said I was not aware of any plot to rig the elections of 2007. A commission of inquiry was put together, and that commission, which is the only report I can go by, clearly indicated there was definitely no evidence of any rigging, especially at the National Tallying Center where I was at KICC.
And while it's obvious that the violence broke out following disputed presidential results, where the buck actually stopped remained the bone of contention during the session.
If you consider is politically responsible or also criminal responsible?
I believe that he who bears responsibility is he who is the leader, and the leader was Raila Odinga. He was the leader.
Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Live at 9.